And again, this is all through SMS. Like I say, it's invented in 1992, still completely relevant. Orange Wednesdays. Anyone on Orange? Text film to 241. You get back a free 2-for-1 ticket to the cinema, which you can redeem every Wednesday. Entirely over text and integrated into their till systems. And of course, it's great for interacting in real time as well. The statistics escape me actually for how massive this was at its peak, but the amount of people text nominating on Big Brother in this country, it was a big number. Like I say, they don't trust me with the numbers so much in our office. Oh, and look at this. This was ran by Nokia. Now Nokia wanted an idea to show how social their new Maps product was. So what they did was erected a giant signpost in the London Docklands so that everyone could see it and talk about it and share it, and text your favourite place on earth and your name, and that giant signpost would tell you how far it was, which I think is incredible. It just goes to show there's a very small kind of action, you can make something very large and big happen.
I just ask, you see like the Audi R8 advert?
Yeah.
You see by texting, how does the company benefit from that? Because not everyone can afford that car, obviously. So.
No, it's a branding exercise. I mean, like, not everyone who engages with the ad without the texting gets to see, can afford the car, right? Whether there's a texting on it or not. It's a branding exercise. So by texting in, you're kind of buying into the aspiration, I suppose, of maybe, one day buying that car, and they're tightening that link between you and the brand a little bit tighter. When you say Clive, was that good?
Well, no, that's what's the perception in the UK about, how do people feel about using SMS? Like, is there any privacy concerns? Like, they feel like they're going to get scammed, or
the
worried about that?
privacy concerns are really restricted these days. We used to have a massive problem with spam.
Can I comment on that?
Yeah, sure.
There is a e-commerce directive that whatever you send as an SMS without the explicit consent of the recipient is considered as spam, and in some countries is considered even a criminal activity. So in order to make the long story short, we're not allowed as marketers to send any commercial communication on SMS mode to anybody, except if this person has first came to us and said, I would like to know more about Audi, and text to this 4 or 5 digit number. Otherwise, it is considered illegal based on the UK, the EU directive on email. The same applies for fax. The same applies for SMS. And
Movement, we always say that we never push to someone's mobile phone unless they've, as Evangelos says, always pull. It's a pull medium.
How do consumers interpret that? I mean, do they feel safe engaging in such a campaign, or is there a certain percentage that say I'll never, even if I want that ringtone from Audi, I won't do it?
I think there is, because I can sometimes be reticent, unless I think it depends on the incentive a lot of the time. Clive, you got probably an opinion on this?
It's a careful area. I think people in the UK using it, and I think around the world, if they start to get spammed too much, like out on email, then you start putting away. So it's up to the mobile marketers and marketers around the globe to actually treat it very, very carefully. It's not a personal reason you use, and therefore only give information which is relevant and appropriate, and usually ask them. So once you get into a dialogue, like if we're in a dialogue with ourselves, I wouldn't just come on to you and start banging on the door. Wanting to be done nicely at your time, your pace, and all that. I think that's where, if it's used correctly, that's where it can go.
It used to be really bad as well. I've been working in mobile since 2003 when it was just SMS. And there was a huge problem of spam, but it doesn't really exist anymore. So I think the industry's gone a long way for cleaning itself up. Right, okay. And I was thinking this morning as well if there's any real kind of social example of SMS, use of SMS as well. And there was one thing I remembered in 2002. Most of you are probably too young or won't have clue what I'm talking about, there used to be a UK garage band called Oxide and Neutrino. Does anyone remember Oxide and Neutrino?
Yeah.
I was working at an agency and we did this thing. I was at this agency called Wheel, and we did this thing where we invited Oxide and Neutrino fans to text in, get a code, and then they just told their mates, or text in this code to this number, and the more people that texted in their personal code, the person with the biggest gang, the biggest group, got Oxide and Neutrino to come and play at a venue of their choice. So some kids in Croydon had Oxide and Neutrino come and play at their local youth centre. But it's basically like the examples and like the stats or the show. It's an easy thing to do and it's an easy thing to share. In 1998, WAP started. I'm going to show you something really rubbish now. I like this. This is so WAP is wireless access protocol. It's the early internet through the mobile phone, and this is a great example of over-promising. Here's the advert how BT Cellnet advertised the.
The mobile phone is changing. With BT Cellnet's Genie Internet, you can access information from a range of websites through your mobile. So now you can find out whatever you want, whenever you want. Surf the BT Cellnet.
That shiny super speed Silver Surfer guy was worlds away from this. Sitting waiting for like a minute for this kind of richness to come to your mobile screen. But basically, it kind of begun there. We started to be able to connect to the internet through our mobile phones. In 2001, we could start sending pictures to mobile phones. Now, this is still relevant today as well. For the last 5-6 years, we've been sending picture messages to Vodafone customers, and they opt in when they join Vodafone. They in their contract, little do they know, there's something that says we can send you marketing messages. So that's the opt-in. But apparently the opt-outs are nothing. The amount of opt-outs we get are nothing to really worry about. They're not too bad. So we send marketing messages to Vodafone customers. But like I say, it's a pull medium rather than a push medium. Although this has been the backbone of our business for years, never felt totally comfortable about it. Whereas, like I say, it's a pull medium, and I'll show you some good pull examples. Yeah.
The SMS versus the MMS part, going back to the earlier point about SMS, Vodafone, I think, is a big business. They're not really too brand friendly, and unfortunately they use SMS a bit too much, so they're now finding as they're sending SMS out, it's customers are actually just ignoring it quite quickly. Don't ignore the MMS, it's usually something a bit richer, and we actually put some more thought into how we go around it, but they do the SMS themselves, and so they use it. So that's a kind of point to watch.
Here's a stat for you. Everyone got this? 80% of this is the highest group of people that send pictures on their phones. 13 to 17-year-olds use their phone to take pictures. They don't send them; they take them. We have some ComScore stuff. We're a member of ComScore at work, so what I'll do is I'll send some more juicy stats around. There's a sort of an addendum to this presentation because I think that'll be useful to see. This was a beautiful piece of creative that I can't remember the agency that run it now, but this was for the UN. This is for the UN Voices project, basically for those people around the world that don't have a voice. They ran these ads on the side of bus shelters asking you to photograph this person's mouth with their mobile phone and send it to a number. And then a few minutes later you get a call back from that number and you hear this person talking to you and telling you their story. Won a lot of awards, this. I don't know how successful it was, with effectiveness, but even if you don't engage with it with your mobile phone, the message is still there. It makes the thing richer. This is something we ran for Vodafone a few years ago, where in stadiums at the Champions League in Britain, we asked people to take a penalty kick against this poster. We also ran it in the Vodafone magazine. So basically, you get your phone, you say where you want your kick to go, and then send it to this short number. We then get back a link to a site which shows you whether you scored or not. But what we did was where the exact centre of where you put your photo was exactly where the ball was, where you when you got to the site. It's using software. It's using this technology known as picture recognition technology, which is also used quite nicely here as well. The Vodafone Live Music Awards, we set up this board in the foyer and asked people to stick their head through the boards. We took their phone, we took their photo. This is Clive and his mate in the foyer of Brixton Academy. And then what they got back was a video starring themselves. So like, you know, it's a good way of creating kind of content as well, which people can share amongst their phones and stuff. That was also using picture recognition technology. This was as well. This is something AKQA ran a few years ago for Nike. I love this, for Nike. You take a photo with your phone, you send it to a shortcode, and then you get back a pair of sneakers inspired by the photo that you sent. So it picks out the colours of the picture that you sent and designs you a pair of Nike IDs, which you can then go ahead and buy. But this is interesting as well. Like I say, 80% of people, 80% of 13 and 17-year-olds take photos with their mobile phone. Here's something McDonald's ran. Of a digital outdoor, you're invited to try and catch the sundae or catch the French fries. Take a photo of it, and then you just take that photo into the store and redeem it for free stuff. The interesting thing about this is it's based on the insight that everyone walks around with a digital camera in their pocket, but you don't even have to send it. You don't even have to send this picture. You just take the photo and walk into McDonald's and show it, which I thought was fascinating.